You know what time it is. It's time for Based. Again, we're back with Björn Andreas Bull Hansen, and this time he says they really need to stop this nonsense. My Viking heritage is not a joke. Preach it, brother. Let's go.
What if I told you that I will be playing the main part in the new upcoming Hollywood movie, King Shaka Zulu?
Ooh, we're starting strong with the humor. Let's go.
I will be playing King Shaka himself. Can you see the striking resemblance? I'm just out here to have a look at this tree.
Man,
it fell over during Storm Amy. And by the way,
man, look at
that was a joke about me playing King Shaka Zulu.
Oh, why?
But imagine if a white actor was to play that part in such a movie. Some people would say that's cultural appropriation.
Not just that, they'd say there would be like outrage all over the place. They'd be having like full-on heart attacks. It would be like the equivalent of having a death note at that point.
It should be played by someone who actually looks like King Shaka, someone with African heritage.
And specifically black African heritage, because you can be African and not be black.
I don't like it when these trees, when this happens, because I know all these trees up in this wood.
You know one thing, if society goes to hell, this guy's surviving. I'm telling you that much. This guy's surviving.
In the Netflix series Vikings Valhalla, I believe it's called, we encounter a character called Earl Håkon, Håkon Jarl in Norwegian. And he is played by a black woman.
Yeah, and he's saying he because the original historical character, it's an original historical character who was a Nordic man. So they swapped the race and the gender. I remember making a video about this. It was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Which apparently is fine. A lot of people didn't like that. And when I just, I don't know what to say. Håkon Jarl was a patriarch, a very powerful figure in Norwegian history, Norwegian Viking history. So was his children. And the idea that Netflix wanted him to be played by a black woman is, I lack the words to describe it. It doesn't make me angry.
Clown world.
Or anything like that. It's just a bit silly, and it makes me not want to watch that TV series. And I haven't watched it. But nobody talked about cultural appropriation back then when they launched that TV series.
Rules for thee, not for me,
as far as I know. So apparently, that's not cultural appropriation, and that's just fine having Håkon Jarl or Earl Håkon, played by a black woman. That's fine. But at the same time, if a European person, a white person, Caucasian, whatever you want to call it, has dreadlocks, there will be some people screeching that that's cultural appropriation. Just a hairstyle,
Just a hairstyle, without having changed the ethnicity, without having morphed history as if it's your playbook to do whatever you want. They are doing that because they need to push this agenda of empowered black woman who is a ruler of men. And also at the same time, they're trying to say that if you are black, you can also be Nordic and you can be Viking. And as you know, there were people telling us, oh, it's an overreaction. Why do you care? Why does it matter? They tell you that. Even though, as he points out, if the opposite were to happen, it would be complete outrage, so it would matter to them at that point. At least me and him are being equal to all races. We are equal to all ethnicities. We say, black people, historically, black actor. White person, white actor. We are being equal to everyone. They are the ones that want injustice, and then when we complain about the injustice, then they tell you, why does it matter? Why do you care? It is so obnoxious and condescending, it's unbelievable. And on top of that, they call you racist, of course. But the reality is that they told us it's not a big deal, but it was a big deal because then, as you know, we both have covered this, by the way, just a few weeks ago. What they did is that now they changed history again and they said that the Vikings were Muslims. And now this is being taught. and it's going to go into university. And this idea of, oh no, you can be Anglo-Saxon and be black. Yeah, you're a black Anglo-Saxon. So that's a thing. So they are doing it. They're changing the history. They're saying that you can't even say the word Anglo-Saxon when you refer to white ancestry in Britain because it's offensive. So they renamed all of the different classes. They said that ancient Greek mythology required a premise and it could be considered offensive. They are decolonizing history. It does matter. It absolutely matters because it's a slippery slope.
And I'm sure that the next movie about Queen Cleopatra, there you will see that Queen Cleopatra is played by a black woman, which doesn't make any sense to anyone who knows a little bit about history. The sun is rising, which is nice. But there is no warmth in the sun.
I'd like to underline, because I don't think I watched everything. I watched the Viking TV series Valhalla. I watched it and it was horrible. I watched the Cleopatra one because I was making videos about it, the things I do for you number ones. And in the Cleopatra series, it's not that they just made Cleopatra, by the way, they called it a documentary. It's not that they just made Cleopatra black. They made the entire Ptolemy family black. The father is black, her brothers and sisters are black, the mom is black. They're all black. They are so bad and twisted and evil that they will go beyond anything that me and him, regular people, could even imagine. That's the reality.
It's the middle of October now here in Norway.
Oh gosh, it's gonna be cold.
And
not for me.
The winter will soon be here.
I'll visit in summer.
Now, personally, I don't get all worked up about Håkon Jarl, Earl Håkon being played by a black woman. It just means that I don't want to watch that TV series.
Of course.
Probably wouldn't have anyway. But it does tell us something about the double standards that they apply. Mm-hmm. The powers that be, so to speak. We're not supposed to have anything nice, are we? I mean, if you're Anglo-Saxon, if you're Norse, if you're Slavic, and so on.
And Mediterranean, because they are changing my stuff too. The Romans being all about, literally, I was playing a game of Civilization 7, and as I'm playing, I'm playing as the Romans, I'm opening the civic menu, and I'm getting this message which says, the diversity is the source of our strength, as one of the policies that I can select. Literally, you're putting Biden's words onto my game about the Romans. They are changing everything. And all the stuff about LGBTQ and the so-called transgender emperor, Elagabalus, who was not transgender, and the simple fact that he was using makeup, they say it's because he identified as a woman, and the reality is that was the ritual custom of the Syrians, because he was of Eastern descent, that the Romans made fun of it. And they said, oh, you were trying to be a woman? It's because it was anti-imperial propaganda pushed by the Romans that were senatorial Romans. It's ridiculous. So mine too, and Greece. If you appreciate my content so far and wish to help ensure my ability to continue to tell it how it is, regardless of any possible backlash, please support this channel on Patreon. Any support helps me and my team of academics keep the channel strong and gives us the means to fight back against the political rewriting of history. Stand with us, defend the truth.
And so on. We're not supposed to have anything that we can call our own, our heritage, our culture.
Yes.
And maybe we should not accept that.
Yeah. And they say white people have no culture. They literally say that. Then they said white people don't exist. And the gaslighting is
practice
insane. Oh, he's doing napping.
Those bushcraft skills now and then.
Oh, no, it's not napping. He's making a fire.
This bracken, is that what you call it? It's actually excellent for making fire. Not going to have a campfire, just want to practice. Let's see.
Man, how many books did he write? I thought he wrote a book. He wrote a whole series. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Lost it in here. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
.com as well. Nice. I told you we'd survive. I told you. I like his shoes. I have a similar pair. Looks like he put some wool under it. The Romans did that too, by the way. Rabbit
And
skin.
by the way, if you want to support this channel, the best way to do that is to hit that subscribe button.
Already done.
Write a comment as well. That would help a lot. I promise to keep this channel authentic and real, and you will never see any AI here on my channel.
Respect.
That's a promise. And just a
Respect.
quick message for my Norwegian viewers. If you want a signed copy of my latest novel,
Wow.
there's a link for that in the video description. I also want to mention something that was said after that brutal and horrible murder of Charlie Kirk.
Thank you.
The director of the FBI, Kash Patel, he said in a press conference there, he said, "Rest now, brother. I'll see you in Valhalla."
Did he? I didn't even know.
Now, to me, as a Norse pagan, that's a very beautiful thing to say. But I do have a question. Is Kash Patel a Norse pagan?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, it is a little weird that he said that, didn't he?
My guess would be no,
No.
that he's not. I might be wrong, but if he's not, then some people could say that he shouldn't have said that.
No, I
It's
think
cultural
it's fine.
appropriation,
I
and
think it's fine.
also Charlie Kirk, he was a very Christian person, so
Yeah.
I did find it odd when he said that. However, actually, you could argue that Odin and Freyja, they don't care about the religion, the confessed religion of the deceased. They only care about worthiness in battle of the deceased. Now, I'm not claiming that as a... I'm just throwing that out there.
He's giving us his perspective. I appreciate that. I'm a Christian, of course, but I appreciate that. I appreciate that he's explaining the perspective of a Norse pagan at this point.
And it's an idea, you know. In the Battle of Fyrisvellir, it was said, "Odin yder alla," and it means Odin owns you all. And a spear was thrown above the and it landed behind the enemy lines, which is believed to have been a way to call upon Odin to take your side in the battle. And the phrase "Odin owns you all" might mean that it doesn't matter your religion, your anything like that. Only your worthiness and bravery in battle matters. And if that is true, if that's so, then what Kash Patel said there is actually not incorrect. But I'm not claiming that this is the case. This is just an idea that, especially those of you interested in the Norse belief system, might want to discuss.
I appreciate that. Of course, personally, I believe that Charlie Kirk is with our Lord, Jesus Christ. But I do appreciate that because I love discussing these type of things. You know, I would love to sit down and talk. Like, he teaches me about his Norse pagan religion, and then I can share my values as a Christian, and then we can see if there are areas of overlap. Of course, there will be a lot of areas where we disagree, but you can tell that this is a man who hasn't lost the ability to have discourse and have a civil discussion, and that's something we have lost. We have lost the ability to disagree. Now, particularly the radical left, what they do is that they skip directly from, "Oh, you disagree? shot in the neck. And no, look at this. This would be a beautiful thing, actually, to have a discussion with him about these kind of things, to show that even if we stand on different areas values when it comes to the religious aspect of this, we find connectivity, connection, and respect when it comes to our stance in defense of history and against the nonsense. So basically we have a common enemy. Anyways, thank you very much, brother, and thank you for watching, Noble Ones.